Guys, I have horrible news. Unfortunately, our parents were right, and it really is those damn phones. And I hate to say this because personally, I would love to live in a world where my screen time was a private matter between me and whoever's out there. But unfortunately, my screen time has gotten out of control. I set a challenge for myself to try and be on my phone for less than 2 hours a day, and it was impossible. I was shocked. I felt depressed. My brain felt like complete and utter soup without watching my third stranger restock their fridge for however many times this week. And I'm not even having fun. That's the part that gets me. I'm constantly stressed about feeling like I'm wasting time, and yet I still somehow manage to spend 3 hours a day on my phone. It's ridiculous. I am not anti-phone. In fact, you're probably watching this on your phone right now. And if you are, and you have the ability to go watch YouTube on your TV or your laptop, I challenge you to do that right now. I'm not here to tell you to delete every app, to become the kind of woman who goes outside and journals on paper only and has an analog camera, because as much as I respect and would love to be that woman, it's not realistic. So today is for those moments when you reach for your phone because you're bored or you're tired, avoiding something, feeling overstimulated, understimulated, lonely, or just temporarily possessed by the algorithm that has literally been trained to keep our attention captured. I've made a list of 100 things that you can do instead of scrolling on your phone. Some are productive, some are more cozy, some are creative, some are social, some are literally just there so your brain has any other option. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to remember that your real life is still right there, and it's waiting for you to be a participant in it. So let's get started. These are some quick, tiny resets that you could do right now to get yourself off the phone and break the scroll pattern. You could drink a full glass of water, step outside and look at the sky, open a window and let the room breathe. Take 5 deep, slow breaths. Stretch your neck, shoulders, and back right now. Bring your shoulders down, chin up. Have a good posture. Put on lotion, lip balm, or perfume. Make your bed. I make my bed, I try at least, to make my bed every day. And it is something that is really hard to do while you're scrolling on your phone. Trust me, I have done it while scrolling on my phone before, but it's a good way to get off. And it's done quick. Pick up 10 things from around your room. I know you probably have clothes that need to be folded. I have clothes that need to be folded. You don't need to fold the whole stack, just fold 10 things right now. Go pick out a candle. I know you probably have a stash hidden away that's way more than you could ever feasibly get through, but pick one out. Pick one that kind of matches the vibe in the season. I have Fiji White Sands from Bath & Body Works going right now. Not sponsored. I just like Fiji White Sands. And then maybe make a top 3 list of the tasks that you're avoiding right now. Not the things that you're going to do next, but the things that you've been avoiding the most. These are some cozy things that you could do. You can make tea, coffee, or hot chocolate. Right now it is summer, so I've been enjoying a iced matcha. I got one of those little hand blender things, and that's been really enjoyable. But you can also always make instant iced coffee, or even just have a little soda drink from the fridge. You could read 1 chapter of a book. Don't put any pressure on yourself to read for a certain amount of time. Just get through 1 chapter. Some books' chapters are only like 4 pages. That will definitely break the scroll, but might not be too insurmountable for you to do in a moment. Read a couple of poems. I personally love Rupi Kaur. Her poems are super short, and you could get through a couple of them, and they always make me think a little bit more deeply about myself and my relationship with myself. So if you need a recommendation, that's mine. But you can also check out poems for free on places like Substack or even Pinterest. You can take a long shower, not to be confused with an everything shower. An everything shower is productive in a way, right? You have goals that you're trying to get done. Whereas a long shower, you don't even have to wash your hair. You could just be standing in the shower for a while. Rinse off, get warm, or get cool. For a lot of places, it's really hot out there right now. So do whatever feels right and bring your body temperature back to a place where you want to be at. Put on pajamas or a cozy outfit. If you're still in your work clothes right now and you're watching this after you got home, get out of those pants, girl. Go put on some cozy shorts. You could make a snack plate. This could be something like chips and cheese or fruit and crackers or, I don't know, apples, peanut butter. Apples and peanut butter together. Oh, so good. Just use whatever you have in the fridge. Watch a comfort movie, but put your phone in the other room. Don't let it be near you because we have all been scrolling and watching movies at the same time. And that's like kind of the inverse of what this video is about. Go grab a blanket and sit by a window like this. And you're in your blanket, and maybe you bring the book and you read a chapter of your book. Oh my gosh, so fun, so aesthetic. Maybe you take a picture, but not with your phone. Do it with something else. But I also understand if the only vehicle you have is your phone. But make a moment of it, like you're not scrolling on your phone. Bake something simple. We are not breaking out like a whole process for this. We're not waiting for the bread to rise. We are not doing that. That's too much to interrupt the scroll. If you want to, more power to you. But I'm talking more like the cookie mix that you only need a stick of butter and an egg for. And in addition to that, you could also make soup or some other kind of cozy meal. It really, again, depends on the season. Right now, with the weather we're having, soup just doesn't feel quite right. But a cozy meal for me right now might be a grilled cheese or a turkey club, something like that gives you that same feeling of nostalgia. I think those last two categories were great things to do, especially if you didn't have a lot of energy. But if you have a little bit more energy and the scroll is just stopping you from using it, here are some creative things that you could do. You could draw badly on purpose. So make intentionally ugly art. It takes a lot of the pressure away from it, but it still gets your hand moving. And who knows, maybe it will turn out good, but you don't do it with that pressure on yourself. And if it starts to turn out good, you make it ugly again for the sacredity of the exercise or something. Make a collage. I love collaging. I have my collage book to the right of me right now. Guys, I love collaging. This is a bad page. Look! Oh my gosh, look how fun this is! And I put my dreams in it and stuff, so this one, I want to do a TED Talk one day. There's me, there's a real picture of me in this one. But yes, I love collaging. You could do a vision board. I have vision boards up on my wall too. Oh, let's get that straight. Yes. So collaging. And if you don't know what to collage, and maybe you don't have a magazine or anything that you can cut out of, just look on Pinterest and order some photos from Walgreens. You can get them for 43 cents a pop, but if that's still not on your budget, you can always collage digitally on a platform like Procreate or Canva. Start a sketchbook page. How long has your sketchbook been sitting there without you drawing something in it? Mine's probably got 2 months right now. Not good. But I've been focusing on collaging, so it's okay. It's acceptable. We give ourselves a pass. You could make a mood board. This is like collaging, but way more low stakes. This is for the Pinterest people. You can do it in a platform like Canva or Procreate, but you don't need to. You can just go on Pinterest and make a mood board for yourself. Make a playlist specifically for a mood that you've been in lately. You can also give it a cute little cover title. If you do this, please send me your playlist. I want to know. You can DM me at grace__cotton on Instagram or just drop it in the comments below and I will check it out. You could take 10 interesting photos. Again, this has the same problem of if your only camera is your phone, that can be a little bit difficult. If you are looking for a phone replacement and you want to continue to take pictures and that's something you enjoy doing, I highly recommend my Camp Snap camera. This isn't sponsored, but I will link it down below with an affiliate link. It's something that I really have enjoyed using and has made it a lot easier to capture photos without having to have my phone on me all of the time. You could bullet journal or decorate a journal page. Maybe you keep a journal and all the pages are just plain and you go back and you doodle inside the lines while you reread your journal. You could design a fake book cover, poster, or album cover. This could be for a book that maybe you're writing or an album you're writing, or it could be for a book that you have already read, an album you've read, a movie that you've watched, and you're just a creative person and maybe you hate the cover art, or maybe you love the cover art, but you have a different take on it. Make a list of all of the creative projects you want to try. You guys see that watercolor piece of paper back there? That's my list of creative things that I want to try, and I leave it up there as a reminder. Although my boyfriend's 3D printer has partially covered it, so tell him that he's evil. These are some social things. If you're feeling like you need some human connection, you could call someone that you love. This is such a short, simple thing that you can do, but whenever I need to snap out of a funk that I'm in, I will give my cousin or my mom a call, and it always takes me back out and into kind of a mood to start cleaning because I'm a pacer while I call someone on the phone, so I will naturally just start walking around, which puts me in a position to start doing things more naturally again. You could send a voice memo to a friend. I love receiving voice memos. I feel like they're always so much funnier than text. You could just text someone though too. You could just say thinking of you. You never know what kind of conversations that might spark. Depending on who you do it to though, be careful. My ladies, my friends. Some of you are probably thinking of someone very specific to text, thinking of you too. And I don't want you to do that. Don't do that, girl. You don't need that kind of drama in your life right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, you could plan a coffee date with one of your friends or just spontaneously go on one. Especially if it's the weekend, just hit them up and be like, you doing anything this morning? And it will help get your friend, who's probably also scrolling, off their phone. Write a thank you note. Guys, I was so good at writing thank you notes as a kid, and as I've gotten older, it has gotten harder and harder. But I promise you, especially maybe the older adults in your life, they love getting thank you notes, and they really appreciate it. You could mail someone something. Maybe an old photo, maybe a Polaroid, maybe a sticker. If you want to make stickers, that's not on this list, but making stickers is also very fun. If you have a printer, you can make stickers just with sticker paper from Office Depot or Staples. And you could send that in the mail. You could write them a handwritten letter. You could ask a friend a deep question. There are lots of great lists of these online on places like Pinterest. Just go online, check it out. And if there's anything you've been dying to ask one of your friends, just take a look and see. You might learn a little bit more about each other. You could plan a low pressure hangout. What do I mean by low pressure hangout? I'm talking about calling your friend up and being like, hey, I have groceries to run. Do you want to come? Very low pressure. An errand. You could also say, hey, I have to clean my kitchen. Do you want to come over? And then your friend is over while you clean your kitchen and they can just hang out. Maybe they have homework they need to do. Maybe they have some other kind of work they need to get done. Maybe you go to their house afterwards and then help them while they clean their room. Classic body doubling. Next, you could make a shared playlist with someone. This is super easy, especially on platforms like Spotify, and it could be really fun to collaborate. Set a mood with your friend. Next up, we have some movement related things. This is stuff like go on a walk. You probably need to go on a walk. Get off your phone and go on a walk. Doesn't matter where you are, it is so easy to go on a walk. And if there's not somewhere nearby, or if you're not in a safe area, you can always go on a walk on a treadmill or literally just walk around your house. Look up one of those dance videos, dance workout videos on YouTube, or just like learn a TikTok dance. However, learning the TikTok dance has the problem of you being on TikTok. Unless you can find like a YouTube tutorial and put it up on your TV. There is an acceptable way to do it. But just like, or like a Just Dance, oh my gosh, if you can find the Just Dance videos on YouTube, go do one of those. Get your body moving. And they're super short, so there's not like any long-term pressure associated with it. Do a 10-minute stretch. Also, you can find these on YouTube, but you don't even really need them. Most people know the classic things. Touch your toes, go like this, do the arms out kind of thing. They're the classic stretches, the ones you did in PE as a kid. You know what I'm talking about. You could go to the gym. Me personally, I'm not going to the gym, but you could. You could do that. You could try a quick mobility routine. And I know what you're thinking, Grace, you already said stretching. Mobility is not stretching. It's different. There's like ways that you can practice mobility and like moving up and down slowly that help strengthen your muscles that you use a lot when you get older and can help prevent you from falling. This could also be like a Pilates workout is really focused on mobility as well. You could go in a lake, a river. It's hot enough, babes. Let's go get in the water. Let's go get in the water. It's time. It's time to get in the water. Put on your swimsuit, put on some sunscreen, and get in the water. You could go on a bike ride. Fun fact about me, I don't know how to ride a bike. I knew at one point, and I have forgotten. It's been too long. I live in a very hilly area, and biking was just never practical, and the skill has left me. So if you don't know how to ride a bike, learn. You could learn how to ride a bike instead of scrolling on your phone. You can clean while moving quickly around the house. Do like 5 minutes of cleaning in one room and then change to another room and then just like rotate around your house. That way you never get bored or distracted. You have that timer constantly going to just like boom, bang, 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 bang around the house and get as much cleaning done as you can. You could put on workout clothes just to lower the barrier to going to go work out. because sometimes that's like the first step to do one of these other activities, but it is something that you can put your phone down to do and then go put on those workout clothes. And finally, you could go try a sport. This could be something like Pilates, where a lot of places have community or free centers at parks where they are either free or very cheap. You could go try that out. You could go play soccer in a park. Basketball, there's a lot of free community basketball courts and leagues. Softball, go try out a sport. It should be really fun. I love sports, and it feels like I am a kid again when I am playing. Here are a couple quick home resets that you could do. You could clear your nightstand off. It's probably got multiple cups on it. You could wipe down your countertops. This includes both your bathroom and your kitchen countertops. You could vacuum one room. Maybe you vacuum your whole house, but just start with the expectation of one room to keep it simple. You could start a load of laundry, or you could finish the load of laundry that's definitely still sitting in your dryer. I see you, girl. It's okay. Just do it a little at a time. It will get done eventually, but the laundry is a never-ending task, so I understand. You could change your sheets. When's the last time you changed your sheets? How long's it been? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? They say you're supposed to change it. Some people say every 2 weeks. I'm a firm believer in the once a month change the sheets. And sorry if that's gross to you, but girl, who has time for that? Who has time for that? Not me. I don't have time for that. But it's probably been more than a month, so you should probably change your sheets. You could clean your bathroom mirror, or just like any mirror in your house. I feel like my bathroom mirror gets so dirty so quickly, and I don't know if it's because I'm like this, like trying to pop pimples in the mirror, but clean it, wipe it down with a Clorox wipe, Windex, paper towel, microfiber cloth. You know the drill. You could organize one drawer in your house. Could be the junk drawer. Could be a drawer with clothes, could be like an art supplies drawer. Just pick like one shelf or drawer and give that an organize. I did this today, actually. I spent 20 minutes today organizing a shelf in my bathroom closet that had my Bath & Body Works lotions and sprays, moisturizers, some perfumes, all my sunscreen, my hair products. It's just kind of like my bottle shelf. And it was looking crazy, and it looks much better now. And I threw away a bunch of stuff that was actually just empty. Like I had 2 empty dry shampoo bottles in there that I guess I had forgotten to throw away. Declutter your purse, backpack, or your work bag. Guilty. I'm guilty of this. Stuff just ends up in there, especially because when I go to work out, I am taking clothes with me. So my work clothes frequently end up just sitting in my giant work bag. And sometimes there's like 2 pairs of clothes in there at a time. So go get your work bag, take out what doesn't need to be there anymore. It'll take you 5 minutes, I promise. You could water your plants. They probably need to be watered if you've got them. If you don't have plants, skip this one. You could create a donation bag. Spring cleaning, summer, it's time to go through your clothes. Maybe become a Depop baddie. List some things out, make a little bit of extra cash. These are things that you can do if you want to get out of the house. This could be going to a coffee shop. We talked earlier about meeting up with a friend, but you don't have to do that. You could just go to a coffee shop by yourself. This could even be the coffee shop drive-thru. I hope you are not on your phone while you are driving to the coffee shop. Don't text and drive or scroll and drive, kids. Don't do that. Get off your phone, get in your car, turn on your music, and get to the Dutch Bros drive-thru now, or whatever drive-thru you have in your area. You could go to the library. It is free, and it is a wonderful, magical place. Support your local library. Go check out a book. You could go thrifting. This is something that is super fun and also is something that is economical. Thrifting's gotten a lot more expensive these days, so sometimes it can be hard to find something, but I think that just makes the process all the more enjoyable in the long run. Someone's revving their car. I don't know why they're doing that. It doesn't sound like they're going anywhere either. Can you guys hear that? Kill them. I'm gonna kill them. You could go to the bookstore. You don't want to rent a book? Go buy one. Bookstores are also, as much as I love the library, they do carry things like stationery and other products that I love looking at. Barnes & Noble. I know it's a big chain. Don't come for me. I love Barnes & Noble. I love getting my little treat walking around. Mine's got 2 stories at the balcony. Oh, it's a lovely place. I love going there. You could walk through a farmer's market. It is officially farmer's market season again, folks. Get out there. Go support your local farmers. You could visit a museum or an art gallery. Art galleries are constantly changing out what they are showing, so even if you've been in the last year, they've probably changed out their exhibit if you haven't been in the last 3 months. Sit in a park. It's free. You have the option to just exist, and make sure you're off your phone. Some of these things you can do and still be on your phone. Get off your phone. Go on a scenic drive. You could just drive around somewhere in your area that's a beautiful place and maybe appreciate the beauty in the place that you live in a little bit more if it's something you're used to seeing. You could try out a new cafe. This could be somewhere that you haven't gotten the chance to check out yet, or if you've somehow tried out all of the cafes in your area, go to one that is your least favorite and try and find some things about it that you like. You could go watch the sunset. Sunsets are a little later now. You could also watch the sun rise if you're a morning person, but lately I feel like they've been especially beautiful. And try for at least 15 minutes. Don't take any pictures, just enjoy it. Be there. Be present. This is my most favorite category. This is the category about self-discovery things. This is kind of like my personal brand. If you're watching Gracken Inc. right now, you are probably a self-discovery person. So if you like stuff like this, be sure to stick around and subscribe. And I love to cover topics like this. And if there's anything on this list that you want me to dive deeper into, let me know in the comments and I would be happy to. First thing is to write a current life audit. So just go through everything in your life, your time, what you're spending it on, how much money that you're spending, and kind of who you are. Check in on yourself. You could also make a list specifically of what's draining you, of the negatives. What's happening in your life right now that is taking away from your energy pool? Some of these things are going to be out of your control. Potentially work could be draining you, but it could also be things like people and situations that maybe used to be really great and fill your cup that are no longer doing that. Could also do the opposite of this and make a list of things that are giving you energy. This could be parts of your workout routine. Maybe work is giving you energy. Certain hobbies that you love. You could write about your dream day. So just the most perfect day and what that would include for you. This could be a normal day in your week kind of perfect day, or just dream vacation perfect day. If you want to go more in depth, you can write about your perfect week step by step. So Monday through Sunday, this could be again a normal work week or school week for you, or it could just be the perfect vacation week. You could make a things that I want to try list. This is kind of like a bucket list, but a little bit less doomsday. It's more just things that I haven't gotten around to yet, but I would love to try. Things on my I want to try list are gouache painting. I want to try and learn how to play golf. And I also want to try and get better at crocheting. I've picked it up a couple times, but it's never stuck, so it's still on there. You could make a list of things that you've outgrown. So this could be people, this could be attitudes, this could be situations and habits that you keep repeatedly putting yourself into. And maybe even if you don't feel like you've outgrown them in this moment, what are things that you want to outgrow? You could write a letter to your future self. I feel like this comes up in every video, but it is such a good activity. It feels so personal, and it also helps you to develop your writing skills. Make a list of all of the things about yourself that you are proud of. I know for some people, especially depending on where your mental's at right now, this can be really challenging, but pause from your phone and really think about what have you done in your life recently that you are really, truly proud of. For me, at the beginning of this year, I passed my SHRM exam, and that was a big step for me. And I'm about to graduate college tomorrow. So that's what I'm proud of right now. But for you, it could be little things. It could be, I'm proud that I ate breakfast this morning. I'm proud of myself for watching this video instead of continuing to scroll on YouTube Shorts. And it doesn't even have to be something small like that. It could be something as simple as, I'm proud that I made it to today, because that matters too. And then write a who am I becoming page. This is where you can let your wildest dreams run. This is the page that I have in my Discovering Me binder, where I talk about the woman that I am becoming and who I will be eventually. I do it in a way that makes it sound like it's certain. Kind of, if you've ever explored like manifesting, like in that style, right? Where you say like, I am becoming a woman who is going to make 6 figures. I am becoming a woman who stands proud and who can speak in a way that makes people want to listen. That kind of page. If you do this, please share it with me as well. I'm so nosy and I want to know, or talk about it if you do it in the comments. Okay, next we are going to talk about things that are related to learning. So this could be stuff like watching a documentary, listening to a podcast while doing something with your hands. I love listening to a podcast and also doing collaging at the same time, because collaging is just so brain off for me. So that's 2 activities with 1 stone. You could learn a simple recipe. This could be something like easy beef stroganoff or stuffed bell peppers, something that you can repeat and easily bring into your diet every day. You could read 1 interesting article. Again, I've recently gotten into Substack, and I have found lots of interesting articles on there. But also, if you have been on your local library's Libby, the app where you can like log in with your library's information, they frequently have access to a lot of scientific journals like Nature and Economics and a lot of popular subjects, psychology. Go find a recent article about a subject that you're interested in. You could watch a tutorial for a skill that you want to learn. You could read a Wikipedia page from start to finish. This could be something totally random. You could learn 1 basic finance, career, or life admin piece and add it to your repertoire. This could be things like learning how to balance a checkbook, the stuff they never taught us in school, learning how stocks work, learning what a Roth IRA is, learning what an HSA is. For those that don't know, that is a health savings account, and it is the best kind of account. That's my hot take, though. You could practice a language for 10 minutes. Break out Duolingo. I know it's still on your phone, but you could also do it on your computer. Or you could use something else to learn a language, like a book. Go crazy, use a book. A physical book from the library that you just went to. Read about a historical event, artist, or person that you're curious about. Recently, I learned about a woman, I already forgot her name, from a video. She was from the 1990s, and she published a paper with a grant about how women's periods were evolutionary, like they came about evolutionarily because they were a mechanism of which to prevent foreign bacteria that was living in sperm to enter. But no one took her seriously. And partially, aside from like the merit of the research, partially that was because she told everyone it came to her in a dream and then afterwards went and joined a cult. But then I also learned through that several other very important famous people who were right and discovered things also said their research came to them in a dream. So I was like, whatever the merits of this woman was, there was also misogyny involved. And if you ask me the name of her, I can't tell you. But go learn something. Okay, and these are little things that you can do to romanticize your life. Take a break. If you need the beauty, the aesthetics of it, I get it. Here are some things you can do. Put on a cute little outfit for no reason. Go put on a cute little outfit. You could make a drink in a fancy glass. Could be a cocktail, mocktail, coffee like we talked about earlier, a smoothie perchance. You could set the table for yourself. Break out the reusable napkins and the napkin rings. You could pack a little picnic and then head to the park. You could buy or arrange flowers and do a little flower arrangement for yourself. You could make a seasonal bucket list. So if, for those that don't know, like the Judy Blume, I might be showing my age right now. The Judy Blume not so bummer summer list, do that. It's summertime. Make a not so bummer summer list. You could take a film-style photo of your day, preferably, again, not on your phone, but do what you gotta do. You could make breakfast in a special way, whatever that means. I think it could be cut strawberries, eggs on toast with bacon, and then you gotta go eat it outside with a special little drink. Coffee, matcha, smoothie, etc. I feel like we beat the drinks to death, but they really are like a romantic way to live your life. You could create a tiny end of day ritual, whether this is pouring yourself a glass of water, putting it on your bedside. Maybe you have some kind of like carafe. This could also be washing your face, having a skincare routine. And then finally, you could do one thing that makes your life feel like it belongs to you a little bit more. And I think that could just be anything on this list. But for me, something I do to make my life feel like it is mine is I like to think about my weeks and have like an outfit theme for a week when I'm feeling really out of touch with myself. So this week, this is a bad example of a theme, but this week we are doing as many dresses as we can. This is a no pants week, but this could be like a certain color, florals, kind of an aesthetics, maybe old money, rich aesthetic, or a boho kind of style, and just really lean into it for that week. You do not have to pick just one thing for your entire life. You are allowed to change. You are constantly becoming. And I'm so happy that you sat down to watch this video with me today. If you're interested in hearing more about ways to romanticize your life and discover more about yourself, please subscribe. I also recently started a podcast called Rich in Theory, where we go through dream life scenarios and what we would do if we had no limit on our monetary resources. The first episode is out now, and it's called My Dream Garden and Estate. Check it out. The episode coming out later this week on Wednesday night is about my dream wardrobe and closet. So if that's something you think you'd be interested, please check it out and subscribe so you don't miss it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!